Woo! Good morning, everybody that's hanging out live. Just got done watching Hawkeye episode 3. Want to do a live reaction and sort of breakdown to the episode, so that's what we're going to do here on this stream. Thank you for hanging out with us. If you're coming in live, feels like a good crew coming in here. People that were excited about the episode, make sure you smizzash like button. I know it's super early in the morning, guys, but one last thing I need from you is to smash like button and then bring your questions. Because we'll go over the different things that happened in the episode. We're going to watch that part that people think is Kingpin. We're going to watch that tease probably 50, 60 times with the volume on. Amplified, enhancements, breakdowns, all the things. We'll check it out and see what is teased in that scene. And just generally go through what was in the episode. And then definitely save a little bit of time for Q&A just to see what y'all are thinking. So, let us begin. First of all, I will say I enjoyed the episode a lot. I've really been enjoying the show, and I'd really like to know what you think of the episode. So why don't you guys give me a rating out of 10 in the chat, and I'll take a peek at what you guys think of the episode. What would you rate the episode out of 10? I'd have to say it's up there for me. You know what I mean? It's not the craziest of episodes. The sequence was fan-freaking-tastic. There's the whole Pym Arrow thing, which we'll talk about and look at together as well. But I have to say high marks for me, man. I'm really enjoying the show, really enjoying the pacing, and I felt like this was a really nice episode. It had a lot of stuff layered into it. I could have used a little bit more episode, but at the same time, it kind of does what it needs to do, and it gets you really excited for the next one. Sipping that coffee early in the morning. Yeah. A lot of high marks here. Solid 9, 8.5. 9, 8.5, 8, 8.5, 7. Yeah, so it seems like it's, yeah, how about that? How about that, Pym? Pretty wild stuff. Do you think Jack knows Clint was the Ronin? That's a good question. Not sure, Will. Maybe. We'll get to that towards the end of this little breakdown here. But yeah, pretty wild stuff. You have your little intro sequence. Then it begins by showing more of Maya. Interesting choice. But I think when you have a character like this and you're really trying to establish her, it does make sense to have a lot of backstory put into one of these episodes. We sort of tease Maya in the second episode, and we get more of that story filled out here. So I thought it was well done, man. It's really interesting the way they sort of show her struggling in school and kick a ball into the street until it was over. Fast dragon. Just she's already filling out her stuff and has her attitude. The scenes with her father, I felt, were great. And by the way, another scoop that Murphy's Multiverse got was that this gentleman was going to be in there and her father was going to be a big part of the show, or at least cast in the show to showcase more of her backstory, etc., etc. This whole sequence with her father I thought was great. Talking about dragons a little bit, I wonder if that'll come into play later for Maya as a character. We know with Tao Lao and the Great Protector that, yeah, there are dragons in different worlds. Pretty interesting stuff. Show a little bit of her military history, and we also showed that her dad was a tracksuit. Interesting. Her dad was a part of the tracksuit mafia. Really interesting stuff. And then who is this behind her? Gotta pause this music. Hang on now. Who is this behind her, right? Or behind him that comes into frame here? Hang on, turn the volume up. Who's this? It's a big guy. That guy seems pretty big. Seems like he's a big dude. Wearing an all-black fancy suit here, huh? Oh, that sounds a little familiar to me. I wonder if D'Onofrio tweeted anything. We'll have to check that out.
for class. I'll see you tonight.
Uncle will take you home after class. Who's this? Oh, so he likes Maya. That's interesting. Yeah, so a lot of people are saying, of course, this is a tease of Kingpin. The laugh to me sounds a lot like D'Onofrio. It's fun, man. You know, this whole leaking situation, you know, I've been seeing some people talk about how they believe even the leaks for Spider-Man No Way Home in some ways might be by design, and that Sony is utilizing leak culture and what happens with leaks to kind of build hype for the thing. And you never know. I mean, Marvel could be doing the same because with this Vincent stuff, it could be sort of this silent agreement thing where they're like, you can't talk about it, but you can kind of talk about it. You know what I mean? Regardless, we see her whooping some butt. Also in the future, she loses her leg. That's kind of interesting. I didn't know that was going on. You know, and they're showing that obviously she does a lot of training still into the future with a prosthetic leg. Very interesting, man. Very freaking interesting. I don't really remember her having a prosthetic leg in the comics at all. So that's new to the character. Then Ronin attacks. This is really interesting, dude. In the comics, Maya is Ronin before Clint. Okay? And Clint becomes Ronin only like in the wake of a couple of different things, and he does it only for a small period of time. Where actually she is brainwashed. I believe it's like Madame Hydra or whatever. Brainwashes Maya into joining with Hydra. But so the whole tracksuit mafia gets attacked by Clint as Ronin, and Clint is going to be the one that's responsible for killing her father. Okay, we get the blood on her face, which is a nice comic book call to the character in the comics. She has that in some of the comics she has that tattooed on her, I believe. So then from there, look, like we've got kind of an interesting scenario where they're trying to intimidate and talk to them. Maya has some communication with Clint Barton, knows who he is in some ways. You know, Clint knows that there are people at the top. So I'm really interested to see how that whole thing develops. She probably likely does not know, just based on the dialogue, that Clint was Ronin, right? Because she's talking about, like, she's trying to figure out where Ronin is. You know what I mean? It's kind of fascinating. Black Widow killed the Ronin. It's interesting. You know what I mean? It is. It's kind of fascinating. We get the getaway thing, right? And actually, this whole sequence was amazing. I know some people were like, dude, there wasn't enough action in the first 2 episodes or whatever. This sequence is not only great action, it's great Hawkeye action, and it's just a well choreographed and shot sequence. Like, it's fucking awesome, dude. Like, this whole sequence is titties, dude. It's great. You know, you start with just the fight in here. As soon as he gets the bow, it turns up. He's like doing all kinds of great shooting. Like, you have that shot there. Crazy fun. You know what I mean? Where he jumps. Let's see if we can get to it. Yeah, this right here. He sees them coming. Boom. So cool. Like, just really well choreographed with the roll off into the slow-mo. Like, just really, really cool. It gets even cooler when they get out into the car. And there's, like, Steadicam in this sequence. It's just really fun. There's stuff going on with him not being able to hear her. It's really interesting. Just incredible choreography. Fun use of the trick arrows and what that whole thing is. You know, just a blast of a sequence. And then, of course, this part with the Pym arrow. Like, damn, dude, this is really fun. Sort of showing that, yes, you know, they've been developing more stuff for the Avengers. Clint's gotten some arrows from his buddy Hawkeye. He was shooting an arrow where Ant-Man was on. You know what I mean? In the Civil War movie. Nice sort of callback to that and a little tease of the relationship that those two have going on here. But I mean, this is just so fun. If you're a big fan of Marvel Comics and just the fun that is had in these Marvel shows and movies, this is just such a freaking cool sequence, man. Like, so well directed and choreographed too. The arrows coming down, and then you see it like they sort of do like a slight kind of crank zoom into this, you know, like whew, that just looks beautiful. And you're like, Pym, oh shit, and you know right away. But then watching it's really cool. Boom, enlarges the arrow and smizash. You know what I mean? So super fun. The entire sequence was pretty incredible. And then we cut to basically like, you know, this, which was such a heartfelt sequence with the Clint Barton character. And it sort of forces in this moment between him and Kate where they really, really bond for probably the first real time. You know what I mean? And it just does a lot, man. You know, we love Hawkeye. We love how much he loves his family. Kate sees that. That's really interesting. They start to begin to have the conversation. Okay, and there's mention of the uncle here too, right? It's, you know, I mean, how much Kingpin teasing do we want here? There's a lot of Kingpin teasing going on. Maya's instructions are not to necessarily chase down the whole Ronin thing. She's following her vendetta rather than the direction of the Kingpin. You know what I mean? It's pretty wild. What if referencing the USB arrow? True. TEASE, true. And that's super cool as well and could lead us into some interesting places. So they start to have the whole hero conversation. He's beginning to understand that she's probably going to do this. You know, he's like, yo, it comes with a cost. She's got a fun idea for the costume. Comic book accurate. You know what I mean? And he's like, hell no, fam. Like, we're not doing that. They go to break into the penthouse. Going to break into Bishop's security. They find Sloan Incorporated. You know, Sloan Incorporated. We're not sure what that means, who that's referencing or whatever. And then we have a crazy cliffhanger at the end of the episode. He's got Ronin's sword. Okay? So this has to turn into something crazy here. Clint's going to recognize the sword. Wonder if the swordsman recognizes Clint, obviously as Hawkeye, but maybe as something more. And I think some of the mystery around this is really going to unravel. Now, it's wild to me, guys, because, like, we're halfway through the show, you know? And this is weird to think about, but it'll be like next week will be episode 4, and it's really, really going to turn up. And then episode 5 is supposed to be the one where you actually see D'Onofrio, and then you're going to have a crazy finale, and D'Onofrio as Kingpin is supposed to be in the last episode as well. So, like, we're sort of really moving here on this show. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty excited for it, and I'm enjoying the ride. And I thought this was a fantastic episode. I probably have to say 8.5 out of 10 myself, and I believe it's only going to get better from here, right? So definitely curious as to what you guys think about it. I think the biggest things that are going to be talked about are the cliffhanger, also the Kingpin tease, some of the differences between Maya from the comics and the Maya that we've got here, the Pym arrows, you know, the heartfeltness with Kate and with Clint, and then that sequence, man, that Steadicam sequence was great. You think the Echo is acting is terrible? That's crazy. I actually think she's amazing in the role. I think she did really well, and I actually think the little girl did really well too. She really sells that father-daughter connection, and yeah, I like it. But let's get into Q&A. What did you guys think of the episode? Do you guys have any questions, any points that you saw in the episode that you want to bring up? Let me know. We'll hang out here, talk about the different aspects of the episode. Let me see. Is there anything else going on the social media? Is anybody else talking about DOS Hawkeye? We'll have to wait and see, huh? So wild, guys. So we've got episode 4 next week. Then we've got episode 5 the day before Spider-Man No Way Home. Holy shit. Holy shit. Crazy stuff. Rolling right along. We're rolling right along, Marvel fans. See what y'all got to say here. Great episode. Adult acting, not child. Wait. So you're saying the adult acting was terrible? I thought it was great. How will Yelena come in? I'm not sure how Yelena will come in. If anything, I think that'll be at the end of the series. Yeah. I think it was the end. Echo was great, in my opinion. Says the birthday girl, Abby. Happy birthday to Abby. Let's get some happy birthdays in the chat for Abby, man. And also, yeah, I liked Echo a lot. I think the acting in the show is great. Hawkeye, awesome. Holy, wait, what? Where does Yelena fit in? What's going on with the watch? Yeah, totally, man. I don't know what's going on with the watch. There was a little bit of sort of teasing about it where Clint sort of says it's scary to think that things from Avengers Compound are floating around out there. So maybe it's connected to that. This new corporation thing is kind of interesting. Like, what is that? What does that mean? What are they trying to imply with all of that? Who knows for sure? Kingpin looking thick. I mean, I think he's looking thick, but we don't really see too much of him. You know what I mean? What does Kingpin actually want from Avengers Compound? I don't know. Hey, maybe Kingpin's the one that bought the Avengers Tower. Wouldn't that be nuts? I don't know. It's crazy. I just hope they don't nerf Kingpin. I want him smashing skulls like in the doors of... yeah, I don't know if you'll see something like that in Marvel's iteration. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with this version. For me, the one thing that I'll say is that I want Kingpin to be like largely involved with... the MCU in general. You know, watching that 90s Spider-Man cartoon, man, he's so involved. He has his hands in so many pies. And so if we get a lot of Kingpin sort of spread throughout and his influence heavily felt, like, man, that would be sick. Like, I'd be really, really into it. Why do the tracksuits seem so incompetent but work for the Kingpin? Wouldn't he have pretty good people? Well, he would have all sorts of people. You know what I mean? And I think the thing about the tracksuit is they obviously have a reputation, and they're thought of, I think, as sort of lower level thugs, which is probably good because it keeps things a little mysterious. It throws people off the scent because you probably wouldn't think that the Tracksuit Mafia is an arm of this incredible organized crime, you know, head of state kind of dude, right? Like, I think that's kind of what they're trying to do. In the comics, I believe Echo eventually becomes Phoenix. Yeah, she is Phoenix for a time. Will they change that to the dragon in the MCU? Fly away, little dragon. I'm not 100% sure. I would love to see what they do with the character. Definitely different than her comic book counterpart. You know, definitely different. So I don't know. It's interesting. I want to see where they go with her. Perhaps by the end of this series, she'll be put in an interesting place where we will then watch her story be told. I actually thought that there was an opportunity with the character based on the one from the comics to draw her into all these different connections, including Daredevil, history with Clint and or Ronin, you know, outside of Ronin killing her father, which is crazy. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how they're going to, take it from here. Do I think the LED tech from a Star Wars show in that car chase scene? The LED tech. Are you talking about the volume? No, I think that was shot in the streets of New York City. I think that was shot with just a really good rig and some great Steadicam work. Because, I mean, it was beautiful, man. That sequence is incredible. Like, all-time great, you know? Just as a fan of cinema, like, I think you go back and visit that scene. It's really, really good. Is Echo going to turn good or stay bad? I don't know why she is getting a series. Yeah, I think she's going to turn good. And she's getting a series likely because a lot of people like that character a lot. I think that character is awesome, but also her connections to Daredevil, Kingpin, and some of the other things going on in the sort of underbelly of Marvel makes her a great character to focus a series on. So that's probably why. Do I think fans of the Daredevil show will be disappointed? Do you think Kingpin is connected to the show or is completely new? He's completely new. He is a shade of the character that we know from the comics and from the show. And he'll be the MCU version of that character. Do I think Daredevil fans will be disappointed? No, I don't think so. I think Daredevil fans probably loved D'Onofrio in the role. And really and truly, I never thought we would be seeing D'Onofrio. Like, I honestly never thought you would see like Charlie Cox as Daredevil or D'Onofrio as Kingpin in the MCU. Part of the reason I always felt that way was I was like, it's not really Kevin Feige's thing to like elevate someone else's property, right? And because Daredevil existed in this other iteration for Netflix, I was like, dude, he'll never do that because that would enhance like the value of Netflix, which is Disney's big competitor. So I don't know. I just never thought that was happening. But I guess since the big rumor is that Kingpin will be much different than the version in the Netflix show, then it doesn't exactly do that same thing. You know what I mean? Alma Powell, thanks for the 5. Says, what if the watch from the Avengers Tower is the Time Stone, like Captain America hit it back in 2016 Civil War era? Just a thought. That would be nuts, dude. Talking about, and then somehow Kingpin knows about it, and somehow Kingpin's trying to get his hands on some motherfucking Time Stone. That would be wild, bro. Josh, please tell me when Kate shot that Play-Doh arrow, the driver of that vehicle hung out the window like Ace Ventura. Did that happen? That's hilarious. Did that really happen? Oh, why didn't he stick his head out like that? Dude, I don't know. Tracksuit don't know things. Tracksuit no good, bro. Hey, bro, why didn't they do that, bro? I don't know, because they're the Tracksuit Mafia and they're not the most intelligent of peeps, maybe. Maybe that. According to Matish, Andrew and Toby will have 40 minutes of screen time, but RPK is saying 30 minutes, which is right. Also, 40 minutes together or 40 minutes for each Spider-Man? Probably 40 minutes total. I would say it's probably between 30 minutes and 40 minutes. So, yeah, about that. Do I need to watch Daredevil to understand the Kingpin? No, but you should watch Daredevil because it's fucking awesome. Daredevil is an incredible show. Yeah. Sticking your head out the window when you're being shot at is not the best idea. True, Richard. True. That's a fair point. Hey, bro. This was Alika Cox's first acting role. I think she did a great job. Yeah, I thought she did great. Josh, since I'm blind, that's how I pictured Driver hanging out the window trying to drive the windshield cover in Goose. Oh, right on, dude. Right on. Watch Daredevil anyways because it's king. Yes, it's true. So are the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Netflix shows still technically a part of the same continuity? No. I think they're all sort of separate variant universes. That's, I think, the way they're going to explain all of that stuff. But it's possible that, like, a lot of people are saying that some of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters might be coming as well. That's pretty cool. We'll see how that all plays out. Do I think Marvel will do Netflix? God damn it. Do I think Marvel will do Daredevil better than Netflix? It's a good question. I don't know what to say to that. The Daredevil show to me is so special, and it's unique, and it's just, man, especially those first 2 seasons, it's so damn good. So I doubt Marvel will be able to do a mind-blowing, pushing the envelope, like, holy shit show in the same way that the Daredevil show exists. But here's something else I will say. As much as I love the Daredevil show, and I do, it's not exactly what I necessarily want from a Daredevil comic book show. Like, Matt, it's all very brooding, and Matt's cool and the action's fun, but he's not really, like, in the Daredevil suit swinging around New York City on his whip, like being a total fucking badass. Like there's a part of the show that, or I guess the way I should say it is, there's a part of the Daredevil character from the comics that is missing in the Netflix version. So I guess for me, I'm excited to see probably a more true and complete version of the Daredevil character in Marvel's version. But as far as a show goes, damn, that Daredevil show slaps. Does that make sense? I don't know if that made sense, but that's how I feel about it. Disney isn't as graphic with the brutal fighting as Netflix. Totally true. Absolutely the case. We all want Punisher, but can they do it right? Yeah, it's interesting. There's a big discussion to be had for whether or not Marvel is going to have some more mature stuff coming. I believe there was a story a couple of weeks ago. It sort of flew under a lot of people's radar, where there's a big discussion happening at Disney right now. And one of the big discussions is, can we do some adult stuff? We need to push the envelope and have more mature content. And this actually, I think, has to do with Bob Chapek sort of looking out at the world and seeing that a lot of mature content is performing very, very well. That there is an appetite. It's not even like a thing where it's like we want to do violence. No, it's not that. It's that the palette of even your average moviegoer or show watcher has leaned more mature. If you think about the most popular shows for the past 5 to 6 years, many of them are very mature shows. And mature content does do much better these days with a lot wider of a group of folks than it used to. So I think that Disney and Marvel should look to embrace that reality and have like a Marvel Max or a Marvel Knights kind of imprint, do some more mature stuff. Like Punisher should be bloody, dude. If not bloody, violent. You know, which is kind of not necessarily the same thing, but it's similar. Braden Marshall says, Josh, how anxious and excited are you for Spider-Man No Way Home? I feel like the hype is real. I just hope they don't let us down like the Star Wars did with the sequels. Yeah, the hype is real. The film looks incredible. The marketing's been really fun. It's been a fun ride, bro. It's been a fun ride, chilling and following the content and being really excited for Spider-Man. I am so damn excited for it, man. I'm seeing it Thursday at 3:30, and then I've got tickets Friday night to see it as well. Whoo-wee! Your boy is super excited, and I wouldn't worry about being disappointed, man. From everything I'm hearing, it's going to just be so fucking dope, dude. It's going to be dope. Is Deborah Wool going to be in Echo in the Daredevil reboot? I'm not sure about that, man. Not sure about that, bro. You know what I mean? Not really sure what to say about that. There's been some interesting conflicting reports about it. When is X-Men 97 dropping? Probably in 2023, I think, is the move. So it won't be next year, but it'll be year after that. And what'll be fun is that's right around the time when I think Marvel's really going to start ramping up X-Men and mutant type content, because the mutants, the project, whatever that is, film, show, it's also in development. So right around that time, man, it's gonna be mutant time. And oh baby, let me tell you, look, we all love Marvel, and it's been a good ride, and we're having a lot of fun. Phase 4, maybe not for everybody. There's been some misses, there's been some success, but bro, we're about to get the X-Men, we're about to get the Fantastic Four. Everybody calm down. When we get into when the X-Men are revitalized under Marvel, and we start to actually get just crazy X-Men content coming out, bro, you're going to see a resurgence of X-Men games, X-Men comics, which are already, you know, kind of hotter right now than they've been in a long time. X-Men merchandise, you know, just old X-Men books going up in value, you know, X-Men playing cards, you know, fucking, can't wait. It's going to be sick. Thomas says, are you excited for the next Spider-Man trilogy? I am, bro. I am. I'm a little confused on what's going on with them, because they sort of are talking out of both sides of their mouth. But for sure, man, they're going to do it. They're gonna do at least 3 more with Tom. And I love it. What a time to be alive, man. To me, the quintessential Spider-Man. Great character. And we get it, and he's here for the ride, man. He's here for the ride, and we're here for the ride, and damn, dude, it's exciting. Do I think Hugh Jackman could come back as Wolverine? Is that really possible? It is absolutely possible in Doctor Strange. In that movie, particularly because of the multiverse stuff and all of the different cameos they want to put in there. Absolutely. Absolutely could be possible, and I'm hoping that it's true. I think the last thing that we saw and more or less got confirmed is that they wanted a crazy sequence in the film. Feige originally wanted Hugh Jackman to do a crazy thing where he kills Wanda or attempts to fight Wanda, and she destroys him. That was originally something they really wanted, but they couldn't do it because of scheduling conflicts. One must wonder, like, will they do it? Will they be able to do something now with all these crazy reshoots? Are we going to get something like that in the MCU? I think it's possible, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited. Just so you guys know, too, tomorrow's going to be a really fun day of content. I'll probably do a video about Kingpin and just like that fun tease and like where we think this is going. But there's a big rumor out there that Star Wars is possibly putting Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni in charge of all of the movies. And I got a big video planned for that. I'm going to be dropping that. Just very excited about what that could mean for Star Wars and where there's some evidence of this actually coming into fruition, which would be sick. And then we'll be streaming at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. We're going to read some comics. We're going to play some Halo. I might even play a little Halo in the morning right now after this stream because I won't be able to go right to sleep. Might be a little Halo time for your boy. Yeah. What else is on your mind, guys? Probably hanging for like 10 more minutes. Josh, did you got your Spider-Man tickets? I don't have knowledge about that. Hope you're able to grab it. Yes, I have tickets for Thursday, and I have tickets for Friday night, and man, am I pumped. Should make an Instagram watch for Jackman again? Yeah, we should. We should just go through his Instagram, see if we can figure out whether or not he's going to be Wolverine again. Yeah. Who do I think should play Sue Storm in the MCU? I'm so good at I'm so bad at casting, dude. I have no idea. Oh, some nerd coin. Yeah, let's give it a shot. See if it'll work. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't work, and everybody gets mad at me. But you know what? Let's do a little airdrop of some nerd coin to you guys because I love you all. 3,000. Here's 3,000 nerd coin for you. Boom. Am I invested in Nay crypto? No, I've never heard of Nay crypto, man. What's that? I don't know about it. Is it a scam? Or just crypto in general? Because, yeah, I'm definitely in crypto. I'm a crypto guy. I'm an NFT bro. Oh, any. Yeah. I love crypto. I love the technology, and I'm an NFT guy. And I know everybody hates NFTs on Twitter. Guess what? They're fucking wrong. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I saw these people like Steve Aoki, like great music artist, graphic artist, cool dude, all around cool bro. I saw people fucking trying to cancel him for being an NFT bro on the tweeters. And I was like, I hate it here. Yeah, like this guy, El Burrito Bullshit Guy 21. NFT sucks. You sucks. El Paristo, you suck. Hope you take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror later and just realize you're looking at a dumbass. You know, your mom said you could be anything you wanted when you were little. She fucking lied, bro. She lied. All you can be is a hater. Idiot. Fucking this guy. No, but in all seriousness, I see that rage and I hear that craziness online, man. it really does make me. What's the deal here? I want to listen to the Eagles song. What the hell, chat? Yeah, jeez. Get him out of here. Yeah, so I totally get like people getting triggered and like getting all butthurt about it. And I'm so good on Twitter these days, to be honest with you guys. Like I watch a lot of stuff go down in the Twitter sphere. Okay? And yeah, whoa, nice. I watch a lot of stuff go down on the Twitter sphere, and I see people arguing, and I see bait, and I see people getting triggered, and I'm like, I'm just gonna let it go. Not engaging with that, and I'm really good at it. I've actually been really doing well and not engaging with that bullcrap, not upsetting people, not getting upset myself. But I swear to God, every time I see all these people jump on there and try to shit talk NFTs and get all butthurt about NFTs, and it's just this group of people that doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about, which, let's be honest, most people on Twitter don't know what the fuck they're talking about, you know? But, yo, it is the most triggering, the thing that makes me want to engage the most. And I feel like one of these days I'm just going to sit on Twitter all day and argue with people about NFTs. All day. All fucking day. Unbelievable. Do I think Luke will be in the Ahsoka show? I don't know, but I hope so. That'd be really fun. That'd be real cute. That'd be real cute. You still haven't gotten gifted any coin? Or for subbing? That feels crazy to me. Spartan Joker, did you just get the 3,000 or no? You let me know. You let me know. Yeah, I want to figure this shit out. I'd love for it to be better at doing what I tell it to do. But if it doesn't, we're actively looking for some possible alternatives to the Cloudbot for sure. Yeah. Nah. It didn't give you guys the coin? Try to put it in rice, Josh. What you mean, put it in rice? Because I'm so salty? Or what? Put it in rice? No coin, bro. Are you serious? Let's try it again. You know, to be honest with you guys, though, sometimes it doesn't work right away. Sometimes it does work. It just doesn't work right away. But, yeah. I'm trying it again. These nuts coin. You don't say that. If Miles wasn't blipped, is he around Peter's age now? Wow, that's a great point. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. What's nerd coin? I mean, dude, if you don't know, you're probably not ready. You know what I mean? If you have to ask, bro. Bro, Jacob, bro. Rice and salt should never directly touch. What? 100 nerd coin. The ad said 3,000. Alex got the 6K. Boom. See? Maybe it's on you guys. Maybe it's your connection. Yeah, bro. Now, if you look, what's Nerdcoin? It's a cloud-based reward system that we have here for hanging out, watching the content. You get some for super chatting, you get some for hanging out. I will occasionally cloud drop some for free just in a stream. You can buy all sorts of fun stuff with it. We put stuff up on the Nerdcoin store, like these dope pop figures that a bunch of people just bought. Other fun things like, it's too far away from me. Like this dope Deadpool bucket list Funko mystery box. We'll be putting that up on the Nerdcoin store. So, yeah, fun stuff. Yeah. Speaking of bros, do you think Tom Holland Spider-Man is too young to mentor Miles? Yeah, I get that complaint from people. You know what I mean? I'm not blind to that. People are like, dude, he's not even his own Spider-Man yet. I think it's really going to depend on what happens in this movie and how much of a time jump is coming for the next trilogy. That's really when that's gonna be a big deciding factor. Nice. Nice. One of my cryptos is doing really, really well right now. Seems like it's going to break out. Whew. I'm excited. Good times in the city. What else is on your mind, guys? I'm going to chill for like 5 more minutes and I'm getting on out of here. And I'm going to play a little Halo. So, Thomas, I don't think they're working on it. I think it's something they'd like to do, and I don't think it's too soon. It's going to take years for that to be figured out. Josh, I have a question. What does the gold ingot worth 1 million nerd coin do? So, what that does is, and I'm not like 100% on this, so I might actually delist that NFT, but the concept is still going to be on there. So, okay, quick explanation of this. We are going to have some product created next year, like our own NFTs, and they will do functionally some pretty cool stuff. Now, you're going to have to buy them with actual crypto, and they're going to be expensive. But one of the things we want to do is if you get a gold ingot, meaning if you have 1 million nerd coin and you buy that NFT, then that NFT can be transferred for one of the other NFTs that we're going to create, which normally would be expensive and you would have to pay for with crypto. So basically, it is a way to use your nerd coin to purchase something that will be an actual NFT that will have massive value within one of our systems. So that's kind of what it's designed for. But you don't have to spend it on we're going to do this Genesis set, and I think like the Genesis set would be like probably where you'd want to use it. Who is your celebrity crush? Let me think about that. Do I have any like celeb crush? I mean, I've always liked Natalie Portman, had a thing for Natalie. Do I have any other like really big crushes? I mean, not that I can necessarily think of. I mean, I'm a fan of the attractive ladies. You know, if there's an attractive lady, I'm usually like, hey, that lady's pretty attractive. You know? So, what is this Genesis set you speak of? I can't say much more. But trust me, it'll be something that you will definitely want to grab. I know, right? I gotta watch out. Would you ever do a behind-the-scenes stream of getting your stream set up, and how I go about doing videos? Yeah, for sure. I've thought about doing that. I've done some of that in the past for the Prime streams, but I could do something like that again and just kind of take people through it for sure. What's the movie supposed to come out? It was always supposed to come out later. So, yeah, Doctor Strange was originally going to take care, Alexa. Have a good night. Doctor Strange 2 was originally going to come out before Spider-Man's. Yeah. When do I think we'll get the Doctor Strange teaser? I think soon. Wouldn't that be crazy? 25,000 No Way Home tickets. I know, right? I wonder why they bought that. Like, was it for the best seats in the best theater and the earliest showing or some shit? I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Josh, why are you a badass? Oh, man, I got lucky. You know? Had some badass parents. Was in just had a good upbringing. You know, really brought out the badass in me. So, pretty fun. Yeah. Oh, bro, a Doctor Strange 2 tease in front of No Way Home would complete that evening, and that's gonna be super fun. How many fights have I been in? Many fights. Many fights. When I was younger, because like my father's martial arts and I grew up in dojos, I did a lot of fights and a lot of sparring. But then, unfortunately, I was also sort of a troubled youth. And so I got into a lot of fights at school and college in the streets. Yeah, I like to scrap. I actually really like fighting. It's if you've never been in a fight, it's awesome. It's nothing like it, dude. Nothing like it. It's a very different kind of high. You know what I mean? So fighting's fun. You know, I recommend doing it in more of a controlled space. I don't think fighting out in the wild or in the streets is actually a good idea. Definitely don't condone it. I was an idiot. I was an idiot back in the day. But it's fun. It's fun. Bro. 6 villains in No Way Home? No, I mean, you might see 6 or 7 villains. You might see a bunch of villains in the film. But definitely not. There's not going to be a Sinister 6. You know what I mean? I definitely support some ass whoopings. I feel like you should be, yeah. Oh, no, I'm definitely a jolly nerd. I'm absolutely a jolly nerd. But I wasn't always that way. Had some troubled times in my youth, you know? But it's all good. I feel good. Talking Fight Club. No, I think it's actually just fun, and I think you learn a lot of respect for, like if you're involved in combat sports and stuff like that. I think that it can breed some really good discipline. I think it could breed some good respect. It's also not bad to be able to at least know what you're doing if you ever unfortunately needed to be in a situation where you need to defend yourself or others. So yeah, I think it's useful info, but 100%, I just was dumb when I was younger. So. Yeah. Fight Club is back. No, Fight Club's not back. It's after Spider-Man Now. Anyone else worried how bad Sony will screw up the CGI on Null when he eventually shows up? I mean, dude, the CGI looked incredible in Venom 2. That's one of the best parts of the film, bro. I wouldn't be worried about that. Yo, you crazy, man. I wouldn't be worried about that. Yeah, why are you worried about that? You crazy. All right, everybody. We're going to get on out of here. Much love to you all. Ant-Man and Marvels had finished filming and Black Panther 2 is still filming. Any thoughts, Josh? Yeah, firstly, they should recast T'Challa. Secondly, there's a lot going on with that Black Panther movie. Hopefully it's all good. Don't want it to suck or whatever, you know. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Yeah. Yep. Now just shut your mouth and have, yeah, dude, for sure. You get older and you're like, man, I was such an idiot back then. But it is what it is. Much love. Oh yeah, all good, man. Braden, all good. All right, much love, everybody. We'll see you soon, okay? Take care. See you tomorrow. Star Wars video, stream at 6 p.m. Get your Halo practice in, man. Gonna have some fun playing Halo tomorrow. All right, everybody. Get some rest. Don't stay up too late playing Halo.